my colleague Leanne Dalzell was saying in relation to the amendment that she's moved. It's the first time I was alerted to that amendment during the course of this debate, and I think that the Minister needs to reflect on the fact that this is not a frivolous amendment, that this is one that is being done on the basis of being a local resident, as I am in Canterbury, the area that is affected by the legislation that we're debating under urgency, and that this amendment would actually strengthen what we would still fundamentally oppose, but it would make a bad bill better. And I'd like to really suggest to the ministers, both the Minister of Local Government and the Minister for the Environment, that they look at the amendment moved by my colleague, the Honourable Leanne Dalzell, and take it seriously. It would make a bad bill better. And it would certainly be, for us, a major step forward in what has been a fundamental breach of process and of democracy in our region. I was listening to the debate from just a couple of speakers ago when my colleague Chris Hipkins and Grant Robertson were taking calls, and it really struck me that a lot of people will be scared in their own towns now, because what has happened here is that our elected councillors have all been sacked. They've been given just a month's notice. The Minister is going to appoint 5 or 7, we don't even know the numbers, commissioners to do their job. The Minister on his own is going to define what their job is going to be, and he is going to decide how much they're going to get paid. And guess what? We are going to pay the bill. That's right. So the Minister can say, well, I think the commissioners are worth a huge amount of money, and I predict that he'll say they're worth $2,000 a day. That's the going rate for this sort of job. That is a lot more than any of our existing councillors get. And then he's going to say to the people of Canterbury, and by the way, your rates bill has to pay for your commissioners. This is a disgrace. We are having our elected representatives sacked without any recourse back to us. We're having commissioners appointed with no say at all from local people. The Minister on his own will decide who the commissioners are and what their job description is. He will decide how much money they are going to get paid a day, and we get to pay their consultancy fee. Well, I don't think that the people of Canterbury are going to think too warmly of Nick Smith and Rodney Hyde, but that won't be a particular revelation to anyone. They've never been very high on our list of people who share our concerns anyway. But on this issue, it is a fundamental breach of good process and of democracy. Mr Chairman, the other point that I'd really like the Minister to address is this. I'm really puzzled about exactly what the breadth of the work is going to be. My colleague Brendan Burns alluded to this briefly in his earlier contribution, but I want to ask the Minister to tell the House, will these commissioners be expected to do the constituency work, the bread and butter work, the work that keeps the community connected with the regional council? Will they be expected to do that, or are we going to lose all that strength, that connection between our regional council laws, which we have now, and our community? I recently took a complaint to ECAN, to our regional council, about a proposed bus route change. This is one of the things that members of Parliament deal with day in, day out, and we have to talk with the local authority about the proposals, what the concerns of our constituents are, and how we might get a win-win situation. I spoke to the man at ECAN who's responsible for this. We organised a time for me to meet. He rang me back the next day and said that Councillor Carol Evans would like to be part of this discussion because she is chair of the Transport Committee. She was interested in the fact that I had concerns and my constituents had a concern. She wanted to be part of that discussion. Will a commissioner do that, Mr Hyde? Will a commissioner getting $2,000 a day of our ratepayers' money, will they get out of their office in Kilmore Street and come out to St Martin's and drive over Glenelg Spur, as Councillor Carol Evans did, and say, we understand the problem, we're going to work together to fix it? Mr Chairman, I can't see that happening.
Chris Tremaine. Move that the